Hi and welcome to PCM Daily's Track League. We are now in round 4, and my name is Dick Anderson, and I got SportingNonsense with me to cover this race. In the Track League, we got 14 human players since Doddy crashed out, and Lunar Bukake Theory is actually Waglon, just as a little information. Mark, the point race is first up to be shown here. So why don't you give a little bit of background info on the point race? How does it work?
Points race is 6 sprints, 6,000 meters long. There's a sprint every 1,000 meters, which is every 4 laps.
Yeah, and you get 5 points for coming first at the 5 first, and 3, 2, and 1 for the remaining places. And on the last sprint, you get double points. So that's the key sprint to win, actually. Soon you will see the first sprint coming up, where the amazing SirHillis took everybody sleeping. Here you can see him attacking. He's an excellent online player, I must say. That's me, just so you should know. So I captured 5 points, and I think it was Enekwo in second, Waglon in fourth, and Ossi in fifth, since Dacus, that's the real pronunciation of his name, he got disqualified for blocking, I think.
Yes, blocking throughout the whole race.
Yeah.
And so now we move on to the second sprint. We are following SportingNonsense, by the way, and that's an awesome dodge, but it's only going to get me third place, as Gare is about to take the show with Mowinkle in fourth.
Yes, so that brings us to the third sprint. It's coming up right after this. And as Mark said, SportingNonsense said, we are following his perspective. And here we got the sprint in 20 meters. No. Enekwo captured the first place there and 5 points. And then it will be who in third? Who's the French guy?
Aussie is in second place.
Yeah.
Siwa third and Until fourth.
Correct. And here's the
and here's the next sprint where Pangaea gets his second victory. Hillis is in second, ahead of Aussie and Wotan.
Yeah, that brings us to the next sprint, where Mowinkle is leading everybody out with Return on his wheel. 120 meters to go for SportingNonsense, as Aussies take the front with Until, Return, and SportingNonsense at the back. And Aussie will get second, Until first, Return third, and SportingNonsense fourth. That brings us to the sixth sprint.
Yes, the last final switch for double points, and it's an early attack by SportingNonsense, but it's not going to work.
Because I chased you down.
I look behind, and Hillis is chasing down, but then everybody else is coming as well, and over the top goes Pangaea, but it's Siwa who's going to edge him out on the line. So Siwa takes 10 points there, Pangaea takes 6, Hillis with 4, and Wotan 2.
Yeah, that brings us to the scratch race, Mark. Or SportingNonsense.
Well, firstly, let's summarise the overall standings of the points race. 16 points for Pangaea, 12 points for SirHillis and Siwa, 9 points for Until and Aussie, 8 points for Enekwo, 5 for Wotan, 3 for SportingNonsense, 2 for Lunar Bukake Theory, and 1 for Mowinkle. Yeah,
and Lunar Bukake Theory is actually Waglon, just to make that known. Here we got the scratch race. It's Doddy who crashed out after the point race, so he's that's an AI, and you can see that they are attacking right from the get-go, and the pack is not really chasing until SportingNonsense takes responsibility and brings them back to the first group there. So SportingNonsense, what went through your head when you play this?
Well, you can't let a big group get away, so you've got to be careful early on. But now we're up to lap 9, and we see a little move forming. SirHillis, Until, and Aussie are away. There's an initial chase from Adam and Waglon, but as you'll soon see, it's closed down. But then the chase sits up again, and off they go. Yeah,
it's people didn't quite agree among themselves about taking turns at the front, so the group got away as SportingNonsense is bridging the gap, and Untal is starting to go away with SportingNonsense on his wheel, and Mowinkle is trying to chase down from the peloton, but not really successful.
Aussie and Hillis made a bad mistake there. They were up with Until, but they dropped off, and now there's a 40-meter gap for Until and SportingNonsense, although Pangaea is closing the gap.
Yeah, he was the overall leader at this point, and he is managing to get up to the two at the front. So it's SportingNonsense, Untal, and Pangaray starting to get a gap with only 2,000 meters to go. As Ruturn is trying to bring it back, and Schleck as well.
Yeah, the chase isn't going to work though. The three are working together well. The gap up to 50 meters. And now we skip to the just over 2 laps to go, and the gap is well over 90 meters. One of these three will win the race.
Yeah, here we can see the positioning fight going on. Everybody's trying to get a wheel to hang on to and get a sort of a lead out. But it doesn't look like you guys agree among yourselves, as Untal is kind of attacking, but off goes SportingNonsense. You got some gap there, SportingNonsense, but is it going to work?
Well, it's hopefully a gap, but you look behind and they're still close. And again, if you look behind now, they're closing in. It's game over for SportingNonsense.
Yeah, and you show the great sportsmanship there by not blocking. And in PCM.daily
track league.
Yeah, in the track league, you will get disqualified if you block intentionally. And Pangaray takes first in front of Untal. Behind him came SportingNonsense, then Seaver. Ossi came in fifth, Waglon, then Mowinckel, Schleck, and SirHillis. I actually captured the 8th spot in front of Schleck in the sprint there. So, Mark, the next thing up now is the 200-meter time trial.
Okay, so event 3 of the Omnium is the 200-meter time trial. You build up speed on the first couple of laps and then go as fast as possible for the final 200-meter time trial. We're seeing my run, and that took a time of 10.610 for 5th place. Schleck 93 won in a time of 10.554, marginally ahead of Ruturn in 10.557, with Pangaray in 3rd for 10.577 and taking the overall lead after the 200-meter time trial.
Yeah, and then it was time for the Elimination Race, the last event in an Omnium. And Pangaray, the overall leader, got eliminated first. The Elimination Race was won by Seaver in front of Enequo. Then came Ruturn, Untal, and Ossi. Unfortunately, we didn't have any footage of this due to some technical issues. And the overall standings for the PCM.daily Track League Round 4 was Seaver 1 in front of Pangaray, Untal, Ruturn, Ossi, Enequo, SportingNonsense, Hillis 91, Schleck 93, Mowinckel 91, Waglon, Moser, and Adam. So that wraps up our coverage. Goodbye.